Yes, sir. Cancellation is done. Okay. The next one. Huh. So the next one, people, yes, I told you this. The net owned funds, yes. So this is 2 crores. 2 crores. So if you guys remember, you guys had seen this even in your setting up of business entities. Yeah, module is not updated. Neither have they given it under any amendment. But yes, it is 2 crores only. Yes. So make sure you change it in your books. Yes, sir. Okay. The next one, obligation of NBFC. Obligation of NBFC to invest another 3 days. Someone again will be COVID positive, that will end. That match will not complete. Sir, obligation of NBFC to invest in unencumbered, approved securities. Unencumbered approved securities, or the question is same, or requirement of maintenance of percentage of assets. Obligation of NBFC to invest in unencumbered approved securities or requirement of maintenance of percentage of assets. Both are the same question and the answer is same. Okay, sir, what is this? Sir, every NBFC, now they are registered. Yes, sir. Now what does RBI say? Just like your banks, sir, they have certain ratio that is called as your CRR. They go and deposit with the RBI. You need not come and deposit with me, but you have something similar requirement. Now what is that? Every NBFC, now they shall invest and continue to invest. They shall invest, so they shall continue to invest. It is not one time, it will go on forever. Where, sir, you have to invest in unencumbered approved securities in India. Sir, first things first, what do you mean by approved securities? The word approved security means security of state government or central government and bonds guaranteed by state government or central government. Basically government securities, people. Yeah, approved securities. So the law says NBFC, every year you have to invest certain percentage into this unencumbered approved securities. Sir, now what do you mean by approved securities? Approved security means, sir, the securities, or there is a bond. It can be issued by any person in India. The repayment is guaranteed by state government or central government. Assume Infosys has issued. and state government or central government, they have given a guarantee, if Infosys does not repay the money, I will repay. Now that will become approved security. Getting the point? Okay, sir. Sir, now what do you mean by the term unencumbered? People, encumber means setting a adverse title, or in simple language, pledge, mortgage, charge, whatever you guys call, hypothecate. Now, when I say a statement, my house is unencumbered, what do you mean by that? I have not taken any loan on this particular house by keeping it as a mortgage anywhere. That is the meaning of unencumbered. Encumbered, I have taken a loan on this particular thing somewhere in the market. That is the meaning of unencumbered. Yes, sir. In your RBI Act, they have specifically said unencumbered security shall include any approved security. Any approved security. They are saying even this will be included, it seems. Which one? If NBFC at any given point of time, if it needs money. What is the sound? Is it making it on its own? Yes, sir. Approved security. Sir, now if this approved security, if at all NBFC needs money, this approved security is being pledged or giving somewhere else to any of the institution for taking some advances or loans. NBFC, it has approved security that it is going and giving it to any institution and it is borrowing money. RBI has specifically said, though it becomes a encumbered security because on that you have taken loan, but even this is included in unencumbered security. Included in unencumbered approved security. Even though they have borrowed the loan on that, they have taken the money, even this is also included in the term unencumbered security. Yes, sir. Is this clear? Clear? In general, this should have not been the case, but yes, RBI have specifically said as long as the title is not adverse. What do you mean by that? You have not failed the repayment. This will also be included in the unencumbered approved security. Is this clear, all of you? Yes. Any doubt? Huh. So, sir, okay, now I have to invest in unencumbered approved security. Approved security belongs to central government or state government. Okay, sir. Sir, now what does the law say? You tell me to invest. Now the question is how much? How much should I invest? Sir, minimum shall be 5%. Sir, maximum 25%. Yes, Bala, correct. Sir, okay. 5% or 25%. Now, how do we know what percentage we need to maintain? So, the law says 5% or 25% of outstanding deposits at close of or at closure of business, at closure of business on last working day, on last working day of second preceding quarter. Yes, the title of those security should still be with NBFC. That is, you should have not made any default. If default, it is no longer unencumbered securities. Yes, sir. So sir, 5% or 25%, people, I always tell this, again I'm telling, whenever I use the word minimum in the class, in your exam, make sure you write not less than. Whenever I write maximum, you can use not exceeding in your exam. Clear? Do not write the word minimum, maximum. This is just for our simple understanding. I write it. Okay. So sir, I need to maintain 5% or 25% of outstanding deposit at closure of business on last working day of second preceding quarter. Now, what do you mean, sir? Listen carefully, people. Sir, a year has 4 quarters. Sir, the first quarter, Jan to March. Sir, next one, April to June. Sir, the next one, July to September. Sir, now the question is, I want to maintain this, whatever unencumbered approved securities, as RBI said, I want to maintain it. Sir, now what is the amount on which I have to calculate 5% or 25%? The law says, assume I'm calculating it for 1st July 2021. What does the law say? Go back to the second preceding quarter. Sir, this is the first preceding quarter. This is the first preceding quarter. That is, preceding means what? Previous. So the previous quarter is April to June. Second preceding quarter, sir, Jan to March. On last working day of second preceding quarter. What is the last working day on second preceding quarter? Can I assume it to be 31st March 2021, as long as it is not a Sunday? Yes, sir. If not, sir, if 30th is the last working day, you will take 30th as the last working day. Yes, sir. So, sir, on this day, whatever are my outstanding deposits, how much ever I have accepted from people which I need to repay, term deposits. Now that total amount into 5%, I have to make sure I have it on 1st July 2021. Yes, roughly, yes. Is this clear, all of you? Any doubt? Did you guys understand? Did you guys understood this? Sir, now whenever I need to calculate how much percentage of amount I have to invest in approved securities, what does the law say? I have to calculate it as a percentage of outstanding deposits as on the last working day of the second preceding quarter. Sir, now if I am calculating for July to September, what is my second preceding quarter? Sir, this is my first quarter, first previous quarter. This is my second previous quarter. What is the last working day? 31st March. Whatever is the total deposits as on 31st March into 5% should be my approved securities balance in the entire quarter. Now, can you guys tell me what should be it on October to December? On what should I maintain 5%? So from October to December, what should be my investment in approved securities? June. 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 Concentrate, people. June only. June has 30 or 31? Yes, sir. 30 June 2021. Whatever is my balance here, on that 5% I will maintain throughout my quarter. Yes? Sir, now the question is, what if I do not maintain? Don't even think of reading this from the module and all. It is widely spread. If amount falls below the specified limit, if the amount falls below the specified limit, yes, so whatever is it's specified, that 5% you have to maintain. Sir, I'm not maintaining that 5%. Now what to do? If I'm not maintaining the 5%, now what to do? The law says simple, penalty. Penalty. Sir, now what will be the penalty? The law says there are two possible penalties. What is that? The first penalty is whatever is the bank rate. Whatever is the bank rate plus 3% per annum. What is bank rate, people? Rate at which? What is bank rate? Okay. So, sir, if at all penalty is not paid, yes, correct. Correct, people. Good. Sir, if penalty is not, if at all you have not maintained that 5%, sir, penalty, bank rate, whatever is the bank rate. If you remember, when we guys discussed the bank rate and your MSF was the same, sir, it was 4.35%. Yes, sir. So, sir, the bank rate, whatever is that, plus 3% per annum. So, sir, effective will be 7.35% per annum will be the penalty. Okay, sir. Now, what will I write on right hand side? Sir, if such shortfall, if the shortfall continues, even in the subsequent quarter, the law says now the penalty will be bank rate plus 5% per annum. Correct. So bank rate plus 5% per annum. Is this clear? Sir, now what is this? Let us go back to our example. Sir, in July to September, assume, sir, as on 31st March 2021, our second preceding quarter, listen carefully. If you're writing, stop and listen. Sir, 31st March 2021, if at all my total outstanding deposit, assume is 100 crore. Sir, from July to September, what should I maintain, sir? 5% of 100 crore. Sir, this is 5 crore. Sir, this 5 crore I have not maintained in the entire July to September. I have not maintained. So what is the penalty, sir? 5 crore. Now, if we have to take as per our calculation into 7.35%, this is per annum. Now you need to see how long they have defaulted. Is it only for the month of July or is it for the entire quarter? So if it is for entire quarter, this is for 12 months. You need to divide it by, basically you need to check it for 3 months. Yes, sir. So this is for entire annum. Then you will be. Sir, 7.35% per annum. Okay, sir. Now assume July to September, entire quarter, you did not maintain 5 crore. Now, what does the law say? In the next quarter also, the minimum amount is not maintained. Sir, in the next quarter, you will have to pay bank rate plus 5%. Now, it will become 9.35%. Now, how did I arrive at 9.35%? I am just assuming the bank rate at 4.35% plus 5%. In the next quarter, that is what they have given here. Read it. Bank rate plus 3%. So this is for that first quarter. So if shortfall continues even in the subsequent quarter, the bank rate plus 5% will be your penalty. Sir, now the question is on how much amount should we pay? 5% okay, on how much? Sir, the minimum amount I should have maintained is 5 crore. Now how much have you maintained? Assume I have maintained 3 crore. You will be paying the penalty on 2 crore. That is the difference amount. Whatever is the shortfall, on that you will be paying penalty. The same thing, write down. Whenever you pay penalty, the penalty will be paid on the amount of shortfall. On the amount of shortfall. Now whatever this penalty is, should be paid to RBI within 14 days. That shortfall should be paid to RBI within 14 days. Is this clear? Sir, even in this 14 days, I failed to pay. Now the penalty may be compelled. Penalty may be compelled by direction of Principal Civil Court. So when RBI asks you're not paying, the matter goes to court. The court will pass an order. Now this order can be considered like a decree. That is a judgment passed by the court. And based on this, whatever is the money that can be collected by RBI. Sir, now the question is, how will even RBI get to know that you have maintained or not maintained? What is the information about that? So how will it know that whatever this 5%, 25% you are maintaining it or not? How will it know? RBI can ask for periodical returns. To ensure compliance, RBI may require NBFCs to file returns. Any doubt in this entire chapter? In this entire chart? Any doubts? Clear? So what did we just see, sir? Every NBFC should maintain or it should continue to invest in unencumbered approved securities. Approved securities is nothing but the securities of the government. Unencumbered, you should have not created any adverse title on it. But here they have given a provision where unencumbered securities include those securities, that is those approved securities on which NBFCs has taken any advances, provided there is no adverse title created. Basically, you have not defaulted. Sir, what is the percentage I have to invest? 5%, maximum 25% on the deposits outstanding as on the last working day of the second preceding quarter. Sir, and if at all I failed to maintain that, I'll be liable to pay a penalty of 3% or 5% over and above the bank rate. Sir, this penalty amount should be submitted or it should be paid to RBI within 14 days. Failure of which RBI can take this matter to court. Principal Civil Court will pass an order for you to repay this amount. Any doubts? Clear entire thing? Any doubts? Sure, the next one, the next topic is called as reserve fund. The next topic, sir, reserve fund. The name itself says reserve. People, don't you think the previous provision was somewhere similar to CRR? A certain percentage you are keeping indirectly with approved security. That means you have invested in government, right? Somewhere similar. Sir, reserve fund, somewhere similar to SLR. Yes, sir. So what is reserve fund, people? You need not invest at any place, but you have to maintain this as a reserve at any given point of time. Again, RBI says it to NBFCs. So, sir, now how much is this reserve? Important. Every NBFC, SLR for bank, reserve fund for NBFC. You can take it in that way. SLR, you maintain it with you. You are not investing it anywhere else. When should the return be filed? We have it. You have the returns in detail. We'll be seeing into it. Every return you have it. Sir, every NBFC, what should they do, sir? They shall create a reserve fund. When should we create, sir? You have to create it before declaring dividend. Sir, so every NBFC shall create reserve fund before declaring dividend. Sir, should every NBFC create? Unless exempted by central government. Unless exempted by central government. So if central government has said, hey, you are exempted, you need not maintain the reserve fund, you need not maintain. Okay, sir. Now the question is, how much I should maintain, sir? You have to maintain reserve fund of minimum, when I say minimum, not less than 20% of its net profits every year. So this is not a one-time thing. You have to maintain it every year. Whatever at the end, when will you know your profits? At the end of financial year. So look into your financial year, whatever is your profit amount, sir, on that 20% of it should be your reserve fund. Okay, sir. Now what does the law say? You are maintaining the 20%. Okay, sir. Reserve fund, okay, I'm keeping aside. RBI says, do not touch that 20%. If you want to do it, you have to ask me, or you should use this 20% only for those purpose, whatever I tell you to use it. This 20%, you cannot use it for any other purpose. I tell you the purpose, you use it for that. No other purpose can be used out of this 20%. Sir, that is what is the next category. Appropriation. Appropriation shall be made. Appropriation shall be made only for purpose specified by RBI. Sir, what do you mean by appropriation? Write down utilization. So, sir, for what can I use it? So, the utilization, appropriation shall be made only for the purpose specified by RBI. No other purpose you can use it. Okay, sir. Now, assume, sir, whatever purpose you have mentioned, I have used it for that only. If appropriated, that is, if used for such purpose, which purpose? Whatever RBI has given. If appropriated for such purpose, it shall report. When I say it, NBFC, it shall report to RBI within 21 days of withdrawal. When you have used the money, sir, for which purpose? The purpose whichever is specified by RBI. You have to intimate RBI, sir, as you have said, I had maintained it and I have used it also for the purpose mentioned by you. That purpose only, not any other purpose. So if I use it, I have to intimate RBI within 21 days of that withdrawal of the funds from the reserve. So sir, this is called as reserve fund provision. Any doubt? Any doubts here? Okay, clear? Sir, the next one, power of RBI to remove directors. Power of RBI to remove directors from office. Power of RBI to remove directors from RBI, from office. People, you had seen this somewhere else also. If you remember, where was this? Sir, where? Functions of RBI. Yes, sir. If at all it feels that any banking company, it can appoint an additional director, it can supersede the board. Sir, do you remember we had seen the S banks, 2 additional directors were appointed. Sir, similar thing, sir, power of RBI to remove directors from office of this NBFC. So, sir, when can this happen? If RBI is satisfied. If RBI is satisfied that in public interest, or to prevent affairs of company, affairs of NBFC in being conducted detrimental to depositors or creditors, or to secure proper management, So any of this reasons, sir, it can be in the interest of public, or sir, the company is doing some affairs in the manner detrimental to depositors or creditors, that is, you are causing some harm to them, or to secure the proper management. Management itself is not good. What can RBI do? Sir, RBI can remove the director. RBI can remove the director other than government owned NBFC. So remove the director other than government owned NBFC. Sir, now we have removed. Now what to do? RBI. Okay, you can write this only. Now whoever is removed, he shall not in any way take part in management, take part in the management for 5 years in any NBFC. Secure proper management. Sir, remove the director. If at all that NBFC, it is owned or controlled by government, you cannot touch them. Who? RBI. Any other privately held, sir, you can control them. But government owned, you can't touch them. So that is the meaning of that. Remove the director other than government owned NBFC. So, sir, he shall not in any way take part. Who? The removed director. He cannot be a director or any way related to the management of any NBFC. Not this. In your CS professional, this is how the questions will come. So, if you guys feel this is difficult, all these are direct, straight questions. They will ask you, what is this? What is that? Your CS professional and all, they will start asking the questions on the word. This is the word. And, or, any. So they will give you, a director is removed and he wants to be appointed on the board of another NBFC. Can he be appointed? The word, the answer, it will be for 4-5 marks. It revolves around the word any. Yes. Sir, why are you saying this? You need to inculcate from now how you need to read. Yeah. People, for a reason, pass percentage is 7%. Correct? Just knock. Reminder. Yeah. Why not government? Government, it can handle its issues. Others, RBI handles its issues. Getting the point? Huh. Yes, sir. And, sir, we have removed.
Sir,
Huh.
so as you told that RBI can remove the director of NBFC, so the NBFCs were owned by the government, so in the government, who can remove the directors?
Government only. CG will appoint central government. So this is central government. Yes. So, sir, now the government has removed. Okay. If it wants, it may. See, again, CS professional question. May. They will ask you, can the central government, is it mandatory for the central government to fill this position? May means optional. Shall means mandatory. You may come tomorrow. I am giving you an option. You shall come tomorrow. You have no choice. CS final question. May appoint may appoint a suitable person as director for period of 3 years at a time. Sir, now who is appointing this again? So one person is removed. Who has removed? RBI. Sir, who will appoint? Again, this is done by RBI only. So RBI may appoint. So who is again RBI only? This is RBI. RBI may appoint a suitable person as director. And what will be his tenure? 3 years. Sir, can he be reappointed? Yes, sir, 3 years. Can he be again reappointed? Yes, sir, 3 years. That is the meaning of 3 years at a time. You cannot permanently keep him on the board for 5 years, but reappointment possible. Yes. In this one paragraph, no, I can make CS final questions, some 5 to 6 questions I can ask you. Minimum. Yes, sir. Sir, next one. For the same reasons, people. We are looking at the same reasons. Yeah. So the next one, what RBI can do? Sir, RBI can, same thing, whatever you had seen under supersede the board of directors. Removal one person, supersede entire, everyone. Everyone is replaced. Sir, supersede the board of directors for a period of for a period not exceeding 5 years. RBI may, if it feels, oh, this one, this is optional. If RBI wants, it can also supersede the board. Yeah? Yes, sir. Sir, supersede the board. Now, sir, RBI has completely changed the board. Sir, RBI can nominate after superseding, appoint an administrator. Sir, what is the job of administrator? He's just like a postman. He keeps updating RBI what is happening. After superseding, RBI can appoint an administrator and he shall be bound to follow such directions. He shall be bound to follow such directions. Yes, sir. In simple, what is that, people? On three grounds. On three grounds, sir: public interest, or it is being carried on a detrimental to the interest of depositors or creditors, sir, or for securing the management. RBI can remove, and that person cannot be connected in any way in any NBFCs in the management. It can even replace that position by one person. That director shall not be appointed for a period of more than 3 years at a time. Sir, and the next one, if RBI wants, it can supersede, take over the entire board. Sir, not exceeding 5 years, not exceeding maximum time period, not again, maximum 5 years. And after that, that NBFC should run on its own. That is the meaning of it. So maximum period is 5 years, not over that. If RBI is only controlling everything, then why should it be called NBFC? Yes? Is this clear, all of you? Any doubt? No? Okay. Sir, the next topic, resolution of NBFC. Resolution of NBFC. Sir, what do you mean by resolution? Resolution here is not your ordinary or special. Resolution here is RBI is stuck. Sir, how? Financially it is not doing good. RBI is not able to perform. NBFC is not able to perform. Very bad performance, only losses. It is not able to come out of that negative growth, only losses. So, sir, now RBI can resolve that problem of NBFC. That is a resolution here. So, sir, whenever an NBFC is stuck amidst a problem, RBI can pull up the NBFC by taking certain measures or schemes. That is called as resolution of NBFC. Whatever we wrote so far, direct question, people. They'll ask like this only. Remember this also more than sufficient. Yeah. Resolution of NBFC. Sir, what is this? RBI may, upon satisfaction, after inspecting the books, of accounts and in interest of public, or for enabling continuance of continuance of activities critical to functioning of financial system. Upon satisfaction, so RBI checked the books of accounts of NBFC, and or in the interest of public, so something is going wrong, or for enabling the continuance of activities, it is almost coming to an end, but RBI wants this NBFC to continue its activities. Why? Because it is healthy for the financial system. So what will RBI do? RBI, for this purpose, RBI may frame schemes which may provide for three things. The first scheme can be amalgamation with other non-banking institution. Amalgamation with other non-banking institution. You are not able to do one thing, amalgamate with other NBFC and carry on the business. Or it can order for reconstruction of NBFC. What do you mean by reconstruction? You guys would have seen it in accounts. External reconstruction, internal reconstruction. What is reconstruction? Sir, basically money is gone. Yes, in simple language is that, sir, basically rearranging the capital or the credit in your balance sheet is called as what, sir? It is called as your reconstruction of NBFC. Sir, what would have happened? On your liability side, there is 10 lakh. You have started doing your business. On your asset side, you have lost everything. Your cash is gone, your asset is gone, sir. Now what is left is 5 lakh. Now if you want to continue, if you go to any bank, who will give you loan? Entire money is gone. So sir, you go to your creditors or your shareholders and you will say, see, the capital of the company as of now is say 5 lakh. We will make it 2 lakh. Is this okay for you? This is also called as reduction of share capital, where your capital will reduce. So is this okay for you? If the shareholders agree, so this is called as one of the reconstruction. This is called internal reconstruction. Now they have agreed for a reduce in their capital. So that 3 lakh is gone. They can never recover it. So sir, now instead of 10 lakh here, it has become 7 lakh. Correct. They have let go. I mean, they are saying that we do not want. Okay, instead of paying us 5 lakh, give us 2 lakh. The shareholders say that, okay, that is our capital. Okay, the 3 lakh is gone. You don't have any other choice. So the second one, assume there were creditors. We had to pay some 5 lakh to the creditors. Yes, sir. So in this 5 lakh, we are telling the same thing. We do not have money to give you 5 lakh. We will give you only 2 lakh. Is this okay for you? Or okay, we will give you 3 lakh. Is this okay for you? The creditors, if they agree, they will get 3 lakh. If not, the company will go for winding up. After paying everyone, whatever is left, you will get. So it is your choice. So sir, if they agree for 3 lakh, now this will become 5 lakh. Sir, now LHS equals RHS. Now you go to any bank for loan, they will give you, because assets and liabilities are equal. If assets and liabilities are not favorable, who will give you loan? People will see it as an unfavorable balance sheet. So it is not a good company to invest or to do business with. Yes, sir. So RBI can do this reconstruction of NBFC. Getting the point? Sir, the last one. splitting of NBFC into, splitting means what, sir? You are separating into different units. You are splitting the NBFC into different units. Sir, now what are these units called? RBI will decide. Now imagine if, okay, assume Muthoot has finance, Muthoot Gold. They have too many, business under one NBFC. One is vehicle, one is gold, one is direct term deposit. There are too many wings under Muthoot. Now RBI will find out which vertical is doing good, which vertical is not doing good in the entire business, which is good, which is not good. Yes, so both the things are possible. So certain aspects they will be doing good. Now you guys will have no, certain people will be good in all theory. One accounts is gone, sir, or you will be good in your numbers, or your theory will be bad. So sir, now what will RBI do? RBI will segregate these things into viable business, not viable business. Yes, sir. Viable, it can go on. Not viable, we have to think about this. Now, RBI concentrates on this non-viable business under the entire NBFC. Which particular wing is not doing good? Which department is not doing good? Sir, now how will it concentrate on this non-viable unit? Sir, RBI concentrates on this non-viable business by establishing, RBI may establish bridge institution. Sir, now what do you mean by bridge institution? Bridge institution means they are temporary institutions made to preserve the continuity of activities of NBFC. So sir, why do we open the bridge institution? RBI appoints a bridge institution to take care of this non-viable business, or in short, the entire NBFC as a whole. Sir, they are appointed for a temporary basis to make sure they preserve the continuity of activities. They make sure that the NBFC does not come to an end. Yes, sir. Now, sir, once they are appointed, they will report to RBI, sir, what is actually going on in NBFC. So, sir, now once they are appointed, end of the day, yes, now whatever RBI is trying to do, it is trying to pull you out from that pit. That is what I told you, resolution of NBFC. Sir, now what will bridge institution do? It shall basically, in consultation with RBI, so it goes and consults RBI. Now RBI may provide for so it has reported what and all is going, sir. RBI can do three things. First one, how can I continue? reconstruction. So how to do that? Reduce the pay. The first thing, reduce the pay of the CEO, managing director, chairman, or any other officer in senior management. Officer in senior management. Because of you guys, the NBFC is in this particular situation. So first, who will take a hit? Sir, the first hit will be taken by the CEO, MD, chairman, officer in senior management. So because they are not doing good, that is the reason NBFC is undergoing all this. Yes, sir. Sir, the second one, it can cancel the shares held by CEO, MD, chairman, same people, officer in senior management, or if it wants, even their relatives. Sir, if these people hold any shares in NBFC, that entire thing will be cancelled. Sir, where is it given? It is given, no. Why should outsider take a hit? You take a hit. I told you share capital will be reduced from 5 lakh to 2 lakh. Sir, whose share capital will be reduced? First hit is always on these people. Sir, even if that is not sufficient, if your relatives hold, who is relative? Again, I'm telling you, it is your connected circle. Mother, father, brother, sister, son, and all those people. Yes, it is always, that is what I'm telling you. No, relatives are your connected people. Yeah. So, sir, their shares will also be cancelled. Yes, sir. Sir, the last part. It can even sell assets of NBFC. Basically, to pump the liquidity. Clear? Any doubts? Any doubts? So, sir, this is how a resolution of NBFC can happen. So now RBI can also permit you to use that reserve fund in these cases. Getting the point? Yes, Drushya. It can happen if it can happen when NBFC only goes to RBI, or if RBI only feels it. RBI may, upon satisfaction, after inspecting books. So it also has its if it wants, it can only do it so moto. Yes, people, any doubts? So RBI may, upon satisfaction, in the interest of public or in the continuance of activities for the functioning of financial system, it can frame scheme. The scheme can be three. First one, amalgamation. Second one, reconstruction. Third one, splitting. The splitting will be done of two types. One is viable, one is non-viable. The non-viable unit will be tried to push up by the bridge institution. What is bridge institution? It is an institution which is open for a temporary basis, which helps in the continuity of the activities. It shall, in consultation with RBI, basically RBI will pass an order. Three things. One, it can reduce the salary of CEO, MD, chairman, officer, senior management of NBFC. Sir, cancel the shares held by, again, CEO, MD, chairman, officer of senior management, and even their relatives. Sir, the last one, sell the assets of NBFC. Any doubts? Clear? Clear? Okay. There is one last concept. You'll write it off. Yes, write off this one last concept. Sir, winding up petition. Sir, winding up petition by RBI. Winding up petition by RBI. People, nothing is working out. Go, shut down your business. Sir, what is the difference between cancellation of registration of certification and winding up? What is the difference?
Registration
Like
cancelled by
in
RBI,
CAMS,
full complete closing of the NBFC only.
Yes.
Just to carry on.
Cancellation of registration, you just come out of RBI Act. You can no longer do financial activities. Winding up, your company is only being shut down. You cannot function at all in any business. That is the meaning of winding up. So, sir, winding up petition, who files it? Sir, RBI files it. RBI may, end of the day, company, no? Whenever a company comes, winding up petition shall be filed. RBI may apply for winding up. Sir, where should I apply? You can apply under Companies Act. Sir, why Companies Act, sir? RBI only can close it off, no, sir. People, banks are started or it comes directly under Banking Regulation Act. But do not forget NBFC on the face of it is first a company, and after that it asks for the certificate of registration, license, and all that. So the preliminary authority is also ROC along with RBI. Getting the point? So you need to make sure whatever the documents are there, you have to file it with ROC as well. So under Companies Act, it will go, sir. So winding up, sir, why should I wind up? Grounds. Sir, the grounds for winding up, simple grounds, there are 4. Its continuance is detrimental, that is not good to public or depositors. If I let you continue, it is not good for, detrimental to, it is detrimental to public or depositors. Basically, detrimental people, it causes some harm. Sir, remember I told you I'll give you a cross reference. Sir, prohibited by RBI to receive deposits, and order is in force for not less than 3 months. Whatever you guys saw under cancellation of certificate of registration, same ditto. So that is the second ground. Sir, third ground, becomes disqualified. To carry on business. So whatever the requirements of RBI are, you have not met that for a very long period, you end up being disqualified forever. Sir, you can be wound up. Sir, the fourth one, NBFC is unable to pay its debt. Sir, NBFC is unable to pay its debt. Now, what do you mean by unable to pay its debt? Unable to pay debts mean it shall be assumed to unpay. It shall be deemed to unpay debt when it shall be deemed to be unable to pay its debt. Write it this way. It shall be deemed to be unable to pay its debt. When? It shall be deemed to be unable to pay its debt. When, sir? When this happens. When will this happen? When we write, sir, when two conditions are satisfied. One, failed or refused to pay any debt within 5 days of lawful demand. So, sir, term deposit matured, he comes for asking for payment, you are not paying it, you are refusing it. How many days maturity it happened, sir? Lawful demand, 5 days passed, you are not yet paid. Yes, sir. So this will be assumed that you are unable to pay the debts. Not only that, the other condition should also satisfy. And RBI certifies in writing that it is unable to pay its debt. Sir, it can be any person. If at all it is his due repayment, we have to pay him. 5 days, the maturity time is over. Whosoever it is, it can be a creditor or a depositor to us, whosoever. If at all after the lawful demand, if we are not able to pay within 5 days, RBI also certifies, yes, he is in a position unable to pay its debt. When will that happen? When your assets are less, liabilities are more. Insolvency, basically, you are not able to pay your debts. So, sir, that is when this picture, it will come into picture. So, winding up grounds. So, when you are not able to pay debts, insolvent, winding up. Liquidation happens, whatever is left, that will be given. End of the day, NBFC, no deposit guarantee, nothing. You will have to bear the risk. Clear? Any doubt? Is this clear? Any doubts? No, you guys can leave for the day. Okay guys, see you. Bye bye. Good night.